Well, hey everybody. Welcome to very, very special edition of Smoke and Mirrors. If this is your first time here, I hope it won't be your last. And I will let you know right now in advance. If you cannot tell by that sound in the back, this is going to be a very blurty episode today of Smoke and Mirrors. There was a promise held before that there would be an appropriate theme song, and there shall be today as well. And so, ooh, oh, hey, listen, it's right there in the name. You know what time it is. Let's do this thing. Oh! It is Smoke and Mirrors, a very, very, very blurty edition. And that, of course, was my rendition of the 1960s hit classic theme song to the show, cult classic show, Lost in Space. Star Trek. It's Star Trek. Stop it. Obviously, it's Star Trek. Um, Hey, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing real good. This is going to be super blurty, as I've said a couple times. So many delicious blurred things on my mind. For those of you, again, who are brand new, this is Smoke and Mirrors. It's about 20 minutes or so of comedy, culture, and bullshit. It is not a white man's 20 minutes, and I have of late been going much, much longer than 20 minutes because I am loquacious. But I plan, when I come, I plan to keep it to about 20 minutes. So we'll see how that goes today. Uh, First, I know that was not the soundtrack to Lost in Space. I know that was the soundtrack to Serenity. Listen, let's talk about what they call Afrofuturism a little bit, and futurism in general. I love it. It's the best. Octavia Butler, of course, the auntie, the pioneer of black speculative futurism. Black speculative futurism. I don't know what that ism the stutter was at the end there the first time, but black speculative futurism. I love the writing of it. Afrofuturism. Okay, we call it that because we have to, I guess. Though I would argue that that doesn't make sense because Afro is a hairstyle, and were you to ask Captain Cisco, you would know that, or Captain Picard, that bald is the look of the future. And I wish this were something that could have been taken to heart on a show that I very much love. And so I don't know if you've been watching this thing on the HBO. It's in its third season now. I think it's called Western Robot Future Land Cowboy World. And it's a great show. It's a great show. We're in season 3. Now, if you've not already watched it, I'm telling you, Robot Cowboy Land is the shit. Okay, I don't want to give away any spoilers about Western Future World because it builds on itself. But I do want to address just one quick thing. It won't be a spoiler. If you have HBO at all, this will not even be a spoiler. If you've seen any previews for the season, this will not be a spoiler. Every year they add cast members, and this year they added cast member Jesse Pinkman. So Jesse Pinkman of the Jesse Pinkman Show on AMC, the what was it, Breaking Bad, is now on the show, which is great because let me tell you something. He is a very, 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 very fine actor. This Jesse Pinkman. I think he's going to go far. I do want to say, and I don't want to spoil anything, except for one thing that again speaks to my concern about Afrofuturism, about futurism, and about false hair supremacy. Is Jesse Pinkman has doll hair. Jesse Pinkman. If you watched Breaking Bad, then you know that you and I both watched Aaron Paul go bald over a number of years, a number of seasons on that there Breaking Bad. And on that there Breaking Bad, his hairline kept going further and further back. In fact, I looked at Breaking Bad, the movie. If you saw Breaking Bad, the movie that came out this summer, which if you didn't, you should, because now you got all the time in the world, and it's pretty good. On Breaking Bad, the movie, he was going bald. But now Jesse Pinkman has hair, and it is disturbing. And it is disturbing because it grows in very unconventional patterns. And it reminds me very much not of not of the future, but of the present. And now it looks like when he went to get his hair plugs, he said, "Hey, you know what? Give me the Joel McHale. Give me the Joel McHale," who, speaking of awesome shit on TV, hosted the reunion, the after show of Tiger King, which, by the way, you have to look at the right way. It was really a show about a woman who had been abused by these gross meth head tiger captors and fed one of them to its own tigers and then became the victorious queen of tigers. And so if you look at it that way, it's even more fun. Jesse Pinkman has doll hair, is what I'm saying. And it's really, really distracting. Still a good show, though. I like the show. I like the show quite a bit. Obviously, that coyote wailing that I was doing was Star Trek. Was not actually the theme song to The Simpsons, as I had suggested. Star Trek. That's been on my mind, as was this. Here's a funsy. This was given to me by my brother. Shout out to my brother, who suggested that during work time, if you put on the sounds from the Enterprise, just from the deck, that is some soothing ASMR. I'll tell you what. What? Oh, all sorts of good stuff right there. That's a little treat, a little thing I like to do while I'm working. I stole it from him, and now I give it to you. It was also on my mind because I was with a client this morning who, during check-in, had shared a thing that I really, really related to. It was talking about being in a circumstance where he felt like there was a possibility that there was a time in this world where this would be a country this would be a world that would move toward a toward a federation, right? Toward a global federation that was inclusive, that was built on equity, and all of the good things, and that we would be led by science. And we, um, well, we're led by something. We're led by something. But it's not science. It's not science because science would say that we have to stay inside. Science would say stay away and separate, right? But we've been on this anti-science thing where the idea of Star Trek doesn't seem fathomable, especially when things like this are happening. Uh, so in outside of a courthouse in Clearwater, Florida, today there was a gym protest. As you can see them right there. There they are doing their push-ups and they're doing their squats. And I see their legs, and I see a lot of American flags. And I see them putting their hands on the ground, less than 6 feet away from one another, outside outside of a courthouse because they see themselves as essential workers, which of course they are not. Which of course they are not. Um, but they had a gym protest though. They protested to go to the gym, and mostly because they are personal trainers and such who need the income, which I understand. So, but that to me would then say, well, let's fight for a universal basic income that covers, you know, like freelance workers, like I don't know, trainers, physical trainers, and gym owners, right? Small business owners, and actually covers them. And then actually, there wouldn't be a reason for them to feel as though they were in danger of having economic collapse for not going to work, which is all it is for them. They don't give a fuck about fitness, theirs or yours, because again, these trainers are not about wellness. They're not about health. They're about glory muscles. And listen, you can have good abs or you can have good ideas. I'm saying this as somebody who once had good abs, and I can tell you it's not a good idea. That's something for hungry people. And again, we're in this thing of body shaming one another and ourselves around actually having enough to eat, those of us who are privileged enough to, in this time that we're, again, not supposed to be out eating anything, supposed to be home, not supposed to be necessarily ordering in so much. You're maybe ordering a COVID pizza. I may have had one last weekend. I don't know. I hope not. But the point being, we're supposed to be separating, right? Now, I still want us to order in. You still gotta, I want us to support our local businesses. I'm not saying you need churches, but there might be a mom pa chicken store or a booming business that serves the same sort of food that is local, has a store, maybe two in your town. Support them. Have that shipped in for you if you've got to. If you, and again, if you can afford it, because really, this is all a discussion of privilege. This is all a discussion of privilege, and it's gross, and I feel gross now. Let's take another hit. The other thing that is true about the reality of us doing this, of us doing all of these sorts of things together, part of what you're seeing happen is a thing that was born of us being trapped here together. Yes, and it's evolving. and I like it, and I'm proud of it, and I hope you are too. And I'm happy to share it with you every day, and I'm doing that 5 days a week to the best of my ability, provided my kid's not here or I haven't a paid obligation. But I do this as best I can 5 days a week. And I will never ever bogart, and I want you to know that. That also does mean, though, because I do practice social distancing, that I'm doing this from my home, where in my basement there is one of these local restaurants that runs all the time, and I'm glad that they do because uh, R.I.P. Helsers on Alberta Street in Portland, Oregon. That's where I used to love to get my salmon hash. It was delish with the Yukon potatoes and everything. Mwah, chef's kiss. R.I.P. and thank you, family, for everything that you provided to the block for all these years. And may your spot end up in the hands of a restaurant of color. In the meantime, it is a restaurant of color beneath me, owned by some black. And so if you are hearing extra, extra noise, that's what it is. It's a restaurant. And that's what's in my basement. And I feel really kind of fucked up about shushing workers in this kind of a space that we're in. So sorry for any of the sound that's bleeding through, and please support your local restaurants. Your local restaurants, not the chains. Fuck them. They all got a big break already. Listen. Also, the thing about how this got built is that it got built as a project of love, and it still is that. And so, if you see imperfections, I understand. This is very poorly produced. I brought in a new graphics team, though. I know you saw that addressing the graphic at the beginning. Please fill out your fucking census. If you have not by now, we're not friends. I can't be your friend if you haven't done this. Acquaintance. I'll be your, I'll be your like your fake internet buddy. But we can't be friends. You have to fill out the census. We need it. It matters, and we need it filled out honestly. And if you are a brown person who would be prone for whatever reasons, and there are many that matter, to want to check any box that suggests that you are at all white or Caucasian, please don't. It doesn't help. You're not helping. You can be light skinned. Here's how you know. Okay. If a cop or a Klan member or the same person in either outfit, because it's sort of like Barbie doll, whichever outfit Keith happens to be wearing that day, be it the cop outfit or the Klan outfit. Would Keith recognize you as a threat and or just want to shoot you because he was jealous of your good looks, never-ending skin, glorious background, the fact that you introduced the world to the alphabet or bathing or soap or school, or the fact that the earth is round, or gold, or pyramids, or science, or paved streets. I'm just saying, what? Fill out the census and fill it out appropriately. Fill it out with what a cop would think you are, not the race that you aspire to be, unless you aspire to be your own race, which you should. It would be great to have you on this side. There are clearly some black folks who are not, because they also are not down for science. Some comedic folk who've been on my page recently suggesting that the cure for corona is for black folk and people of color is sunshine. tisn't. That is not how viruses work. And if you come onto my page or into my life saying stupid shit like that, you will be summarily blocked. And I do block people in real life. Believe it. So please, just, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Man, this has been a blast once again. Yeah, so, oh, Lorsh. Lorsh, Lorsh, I am creating my own mythology, as though this were the Cones of Dunshire. That season that Ben was fired and was not able to do his regular job and created that mythical board game. Think of this as a live interactive video version of a slightly racialized version of Cones of Dunshire. Thank you for playing along. I have multiple sided dice available. Told you it was going to be blurty in here today. I told you. It's what's in my brain hole. So now it's coming out of my mouth hole. Pew! Right there. Can't get any of my sputum on you anymore, but can get these dumb ideas into your head. So there you go. You're welcome. Listen, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for being here and for sharing this. This is fun for me, I have to admit. And I hope it's fun for you. It seems to be because it is a thing that many of you are sharing, and I appreciate that. What you just saw me do there was wipe the corners of my mouth because I had a science teacher in the 7th grade named of Wayne Whistler at Baseline Junior High School. Baseline Junior High School, Wayne Whistler. And Wayne Whistler was a man of, I'm going to guess, at least 99 years when I got to the school. And he would talk, and in the corners of his mouth would gather white foamy spit and throughout the science class, and you would just watch him speak and no one would ever tell him. And ever since then I've been paranoid that I'm getting mouth foam. I've never had mouth foam. I don't know, but shout out to Wayne Whistler and shout out to Baseline Junior High. What I was saying was thank you. Thank you for experiencing this. Thank you for sharing this time. I truly do appreciate it. I know that it is being shared more, and that's fun. And let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that. You can do that. That's a thing that here we call passing the J, right? Because this is smoke and mirrors. And there are some people who did pass the J, and I want to give them thanks for the last time this happened. So shout outs to Bernadette, to Sahai, to Chantrell, once again, our old friend Chantrell, thank you so much. Anike, I hope I'm saying your name right. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. Jesse, Justina, Cole, Chris, thank you so much. The other option, if you would like to, if you have the means and you think this is worth anything at all, you are more than welcome to go ahead and put 5 on it. You do not have to. Please don't. In fact, again, this is Cones of Dunshire. This is not like a real thing. But if it were a real thing, or in your life it seems like a real thing right now, which again, I'm sorry. I mean, it means you've run out of shit to watch and do. But if that is true and you are interested, you are more than welcome to share any of this nonsense and share 5 on it at the Cash App. You can do that here at the Venmo. And again, only because it was requested, because it was asked, there now is PayPal as well. Again, you should not, but you can. And also, please do. It does help. And to that end, shout out to Alex, shout out to Grace, and shout out again to my dear friend Dana, some of whom's, the art of whom you will be seeing here soon. Anyway, she's making some art for this, and it's going to be dope as well. So, contributing twice over. So, thank you so much for that. Also, I want to start sharing some more black businesses that are doing some dope shit that you want to support. Leave them in the comments, or you can DM, I guess, me here for now. There's going to be a fan page soon, so maybe hold off on that. Don't DM me. Don't do that. Please don't do that. In fact, leave it in the posty posts. That would be great. I said 20 minutes. This has been more than that of this. And those are some dope, blurty recommendations for you. If you like those, share them. If you think they're dumb, that's okay. That means you're probably not one of the cool kids, because the cool kids know that the nerdy shit that we love is what's now cool. And so we're the cool kids. And you should join us here, because here's where it's cool. Thank you so much for spending some time. I really do sincerely appreciate you. Let's take one more here before we get out of here. This is this mess of smoke and mirrors. Share it with your racist Grammy. Troll your racist cousin with it. If you've got a younger niece, nephew, non-binary child in your world who you think needs to see this bullshit, but you don't want to address it directly with them because that would be inappropriate, give it to them. I don't mind. I'll be the bad influence. It won't be the first time. Shout out to my god brother, Oman, and to my niece, Alicia. You both know why. All right. Wash your hands. I love you. This has been Smoke and Mirrors, and I will see you the next time.